Tinkercad just released some brand new features. Of course, I'm here to tell you about it, so let's get cracking. This is Tinkercad.com. It is a fantastic way to learn 3D design. It is 100% free. You can find it by simply visiting www.tinkercad.com. I simply choose sign in with Google. This is where our designs are stored. You can make 3D designs, circuits, code blocks. To start a brand new design, we simply hit Create 3D Design. I like to start by naming projects. We can simply click up here. I'm going to call this one Group 101. When we click down here, it is already saved. It saves to the cloud, it's automatic, and it's magic. I'm going to add a couple parts and then I'll show you that. So first, in Tinkercad, we design with blocks and shapes. You simply drag them out, put them on top of each other. Whatever you want as you build, you could of course put them on the ground as well. All sorts of shapes, tons of fun. As I said, I'm going to show you how it saves. Check it out. If we hit Tinkercad dashboard, this is your project. Instantly saved, private, nobody else on the planet can see it. If you want to get back in, you simply hit Tinker this. Now, if you've never used Tinkercad before, I've got some awesome day one tutorials. I'll put that bit.ly up here. Of course, you can find it in the cards as well. I'm going to show you real quickly. Tinkercad, we usually take parts, turn them into holes, and then we group them. If you click right here, this is called a union group. It cuts those just like that. The other sort of grouping that they've added lately is something called bundle group. I'm going to just show you this real quick. You can make really cool complex stuff. If you do Control B to make that a bundle, it's super fast, and then these bundles work really slick where this will cut whatever part we mix it with, but it will not cut the cone inside. Once again, this has a lot of cool tricks. I'm going to leave that for a separate video, though. You can check this one out here. It is one of my favorites using the bundle group technique. All right, friends, so here's how the brand new one works. I'm going to bring out a normal cube, just dropping it in. I'm also going to bring out the round roof. I'm going to take this shape and just use the handles to make it a little larger than our other shape. If we group these like this, notice they both merge, but we've also got the brand new intersect group, bang. It changes that shape so it has the slope of the two parts where they intersected. If we double click, you can see how it combined those exact spots. If I do Shift Select and L for align, I'm going to get those lined up just a little better by doing center and center, even though that won't change anything. Now when you click out here, it is evenly cut. How cool is that? Let's try a couple more fun ones. Simply going to bring out the pyramid, and I'm going to merge it with the sphere. Once again, we're going to do L for align. I'm going to make that one the boss. Choose center and center. I'm going to leave it up above a little bit. And are you ready for this? Simply Control I. Bang! What a fantastic shape. Of course, you can always double click to look inside and try and figure out what happened. I seriously thought this piece was going to be left underneath because of all my old thoughts. Let me show you how that works. If I do Control D and we go back into this, and in my head, this one would have been a hole. So when we do Control G, it looks like that. Once again, when you intersect, this is what it looks like when you're editing, and it's going to leave everything where the intersection was. That is so cool. All right, so let's try one of these using Sketch. Once again, bringing out my Sketch tool, setting it at a 20 by 20 location. If you've never seen Sketch before, make sure you check out the Sketch features. This is where they highlight brand new tools all the time. You can check out these animations and work through this at your leisure. Tons of cool stuff and always worth checking out. When you're done, you can simply click back here to begin your project. Of course, if you prefer my tutorials, you can find them up here using this bit.ly or checking the cards, and check it out. We've got a brand new feature in here as well. So of course, when you just click, you're making straight lines. I'm going to click to finish that one. Now I'm going to hit the number 2 to make a Bezier curve. You click, hold, and let go to do that. You can click again and twist whatever you want to make. And then also we've got a brand new tool. Once again, this is number 3. It is a smooth curve. So right here, I'm going to click, and then the next click continues that smooth curve. Whatever kind of shape you want to make, this makes them smooth. How cool is that? If these lines are ever in your way, you can hide them right here. Lots of features. Once again, check out all my tutorials to learn more. We can change the strokes. You can pick your own measurements, set them to outside, inside, whatever you want. I've got lots of tutorials for this. Right now, we're just going to hit Finish Sketch. So as you can see, that's a pretty epic design. Let's see what happens if we take this complex design and use the new Intersect tool. I think I'm going to want to do this more than once, so I'm going to do Control D to move it over here. And when we take this one and do Control I, bang! That is an amazing creation in just a few seconds. It's almost like I did a fillet. I don't have a need for that part, but it's pretty awesome to know you can make it. I'm going to make this larger. I'm going to twist it at an angle. Let's make it so it kind of goes through the middle of this. And once again, select the two and do Control I to intersect them. Wow. To be able to generate sides like this in an instant is pretty darn cool. So in quick wrapping up, we've got the awesome Intersect tool that we can keep exploring. If you make something awesome, make sure you share a comment down below. Also, we've got the awesome Smooth Curves in Sketch. Both are going to be absolutely fantastic. I've got a ton of projects on the list now. Of course, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you're the first to find out. I want to quickly say thank you to everybody that supports me via YouTube memberships. Don't forget there are 3 different levels of support starting as low as $5 a month. With any level of support, of course, you get early access to videos. Also, a massive shout out to my Patreon group. Love how that group is growing. It has a fantastic messaging area where you can ask questions, gain skills, or share your designs. Of course, you can learn more with the bit.ly up above or the link in the description. Finally, friends, I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget, every time you like, hype, share a video, add a comment down below, or hit subscribe, you're helping HLModTech get just a little bit bigger, which absolutely makes my day. Friends, have a glorious day and keep tinkering.